This town has been unbearable, lifeless, filled only with boredom, propaganda, and control. I've tried to escape, and I've failed this time. But I'll find a way. They call me Mr. Prepper.
Hey, good morning. We're doing a sound test right now. If everybody could let me know how I sound. Also a delay test to see how long it takes for my voice to reach you to come back to me on this screen. Doesn't look that bad. Maybe about 10 seconds, even though I'm getting an error from YouTube. Good morning, everyone. Let's see here. Looks like everybody's jumping in. Sky, Bob, Dog and Ball, Robin. I don't recognize you, Robin, but thanks. Shut up, phone. Let's see here. Finally got a live chat. There you go. Major Ken showed up. Good show, man. Major Ken. I'm going to finally get to meet Major Ken at Old Prepper Camp, which we'll talk about a little bit today. Let's see here. 5x5. Love it. 3D Prints. Are You by Ron Sounds Gong. Okay, 3D Prints. I thought I was reading an advertisement. That's pretty smart, actually. Maddie's here from Australia. Nice. Thank you, Maddie. I can hear you just fine. Morning. So good morning to everybody. Let's go ahead and knock out the morning requirements.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, so welcome. Let's go ahead and I got my as people recommended, a pot of coffee. So let's go ahead and get that pot of coffee going there. And I've already been drinking a lot of it this morning, so we're going to have plenty for later. I'm going to pop the old top on that, make sure that it's some good stuff. I like it. I'm the invisible prepper. I gotcha. Okay, minority. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen you in 3D Prints. You're definitely new to the channel. But hey, I appreciate you guys. Got me all the old Tampico. Got to get my balance of nature in there. That's right, guys. I'm not just the owner of the company. I'm also a user. No, I don't own the company, but yeah, I do sell the shit. I will tell you what. Yesterday, I've been on it for about 3 days now directly, because what I did the last time, they sent it to me to like do a review on. I'm telling them I didn't want to do a review on this because there's like no. On the back of this thing, there's no like dietary information for anything. It's just fruits and vegetables, which I thought was really freaking weird. You know, hey, Blaine, hello, welcome, Blaine. Which I thought was really weird. So basically, you take three. I don't know if you can see those. 3 of those and 3 of those for fruits and vegetables. Now, here's what I can tell you. When I did the test, I didn't test it on myself because you can't really observe what's going to happen. What I did was I gave it to my girlfriend for 30 days straight. She swears by this stuff. I talked to the company. I said, send me some more. I want to do some more testing. They sent me some more, so now I'm doing it myself. Yesterday, when I was doing the drive-away, if you're a Patreon, you know what I'm talking about. Yesterday, when I was doing the drive-away, I was exhausted, but I noticed that I felt like a freaking $1 million bill. I was tired, but I was still ready to go. I'm over 50 years old, so I'm always looking for an edge. And the stuff is unbelievable. So you know where to find it. It's down below if you're interested. Anyway, let's get that down. Gotta get some Tampico in there. No, I don't sell Tampico. It's just good stuff. So hopefully everybody's day went well yesterday. You guys know what mine did. All right, 6 down. Magic. All right, let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at, I wanted to bring you guys up to speed real quick. Let's do a little house cleaning here. I'm still getting used to pressing some of these buttons. Make sure that chat rolls over, and it did. Perfect. So I got an email from YouTube this morning saying, hey, we're updating our community guidelines. Oh, still got one stuck right there. But that's not what they did. What they did was they basically said, we're sending you this email to let you know that we still have community guidelines. Oh, and I'm sorry, guys. If I'm too loud, let me know. The man voice can get a little crazy on these microphones. We're just letting you know that now you don't have to search for the community guidelines. We're actually going to put them directly in the term of service so that you don't have to look for them. Basically, they're saying, guys, these are the frickin' rules. Follow the rules or there's going to be trouble. And, well, that just means that more changes are coming, that they're going to start cracking down on people. If you are not subscribed to this channel, and you were, now's the time to do a subscription check and make sure that you have the subscribed button is clicked and that you are also getting the notification buttons as well, because we found out from the stream yesterday and the day before that people had been unsubscribed. It's like, yeah, YouTube's like, yeah, you don't need to do that. Click. You know, it's funny, but it's not funny. It is funny, but it's not funny. So, those are things that let's do a quick subscription check, and let me know. Am I on the wrong thing? I am on the wrong thing there, and let me know what happens there in the chat. Once again, I can only see some of the chat. Hey, looks like Survival Buzz showed up. Like, good morning, bro. Good morning. What do we got here? We're going to go on to... so, if you guys aren't paying attention to the whole China thing, yesterday they pulled a move after they couldn't get anything, you know, basically, they couldn't make their threats be known. They summoned the U.S. ambassador overnight and basically told him, hey, we don't like what you're doing. So we're going to make you come to see us in the middle of the night. If you guys don't know how being an ambassador in a foreign country works, when the country, if you're the ambassador to that country and the country says, so-and-so would like to see you, it's kind of like the mafia move. You get up, you get dressed, and you go with them. So basically all that was, they believe that they were somehow pulling the punk card of the American ambassador. You know, when that didn't work, then they decided they wanted to turn on the let's have a giant live fire exercise surrounding the island of Taiwan. So, as I said yesterday, and I believe the day before, this is all a big nothing burger. They're angry that this happened, but it happened. They stopped buying some fruit and stopped shipping some sand back to Taiwan. I guess they use sand for all the microchips, or I'm not exactly sure what that's about, but apparently that's a market for Taiwan and China. What do we got here? Let's go ahead and check the chat real quick before we move on. Let's see here. Buzz says, I hear that from people on my channel too. Censorship is real. Yes, definitely. Nothing like a little shameless self-promotion there, Buzz. One of these days, I'm gonna... You know what, Buzz? Buzz, here we go. The Survival Buzz. Let's see here. Let's see what we got here. YouTube. You guys just ignore those other crazy tabs. It's none of your freaking business. Oh, look. That guy. That guy's alive right now. Is that amazing or what? Hold on. Let's do this, man. Let's do this. Let's see what Survival Buzz is about. We're going to go over here. Hey, I'm subscribed to Survival Buzz. All right, look, guys. It looks like he's got... All right, so I know what you look like, man. I got your number. Let's see here. He's in Oklahoma bans live chicken sales. That sucks. Okay. So, listen, guys. Hey, if you're not subscribed to Survival Buzz, get over there, hit his subscription button like I did, and start seeing if you like what this guy's got to say. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's like a date. The worst thing that can happen is somebody says no. You know what I'm saying? But, hey, Survival, I appreciate you, man. Nothing like helping each other out here. Let's go ahead and get back on point. Boom. That'll be $55. Just PayPal it to me. No, I'm joking. Dude, wait a minute. I didn't even have it on. Oh, I'm such a dick. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Where are we at here? Me using big screen. There we go. All right, back to the old YouTubes. I was like talking about nothing, see, because I didn't push the right button. And now I'm not even on here anymore. Son of a bitch. All right, Control V, Survival Buzz. All right, Survival Buzz. All right, guys, once again. Oh, see there, I just got you. I just got you 10 subscribers, Survival Buzz. Boom. You're welcome. That'll be $39.95. All right, check them out, guys. All right, let's go back over here. And so once again, the whole Chinese thing is a big nothing burger. Nothing's going to frickin' happen. Everybody's, oh, swords flying through the air, whatever. All right, so I think the next thing, I'm going to go check the chat real quick. Let's see here. If I ever hear that from people, yep, I have already found about 5 channels. Gotcha, Maddie. Gotcha. Okay, well, let's see. So I think the next thing we need to talk about a little bit is, shut up, phone. Tax exempt days start. Maybe we can look at that too. If you guys didn't know, a lot of states are coming up on their tax exempt days. That might be a good day. And say a lot of states have tax exemptions for preparedness items. And I actually have a link that I can share for you if you have not seen it yet. I think I shared it in the Discord about a week ago. By state, the items that are tax exempt. Okay, so one of the things that that people are talking about now is, well, actually they're not talking about it because it's like they cranked the heat up on us and the frogs all went no, and then now the frogs, they've turned it down, so the frogs are like, oh, this is more like a jacuzzi. So very few states are moving under $4 right now. I noticed yesterday while I was out and about at the local Royal Farms where most people get gas on the Eastern Shore, it was $3.99 a gallon. So I honestly think that that's a rarity, and there's things that we need to think about as far as these gas prices. Now, according to this article, that the gas is actually going to go even lower based off of the summer driving slowing down. But I want you guys to listen. This is a short little article here, and I'm going to attempt to stumble through it for you. Let's make it even bigger so you can see some of it. Let's see here. Don't care about the Mega Millions. The national average gas price has fallen from 50 straight days after another drop on Wednesday to 4.16 gallons. Dollars per gallon per the AAA website. It's down a full 86 cents or 17% from the record high of 502 hit it on June 14th. Biden tweeted that more than half of gas stations in the U.S. are selling gas for less than $4 a gallon. Now, here's the funny thing. He's trying to have a frickin' victory lap over something he had nothing to do with. He had nothing to do with lowering the gas prices. And this article will actually explain it. So it's called Driving Plunge. So what's driving the plunge? The economics creed, the best cure for high prices is high prices. Seems relevant, and he'll explain it here in a second. As gas prices surged in the early part of the summer, drivers say they've cut down on their driving levels. Oh, say it isn't so. Things are expensive, so we stop spending money on those things, leading to lower demand for fuel. That's why the gas prices went down, not because of the president, not because of gas companies, not because of the war in that place that I cannot say because the algorithm will cause problems. Almost 2/3 of U.S. adults made adjustments to their driving habits since March. Nice. I wonder why. Of those who made changes, 88% said they were driving less. I think we all have actually adjusted our driving times or the amount that we're driving simply because we're watching that meter and that gas meter, and we don't like it getting low like that. And we don't like paying $40 for 5 gallons of frickin' gas. You know, Let's see, and not to be a total Debbie Downer, but lower gas prices also reflect the global economic downturn. Oil prices, which are a major contributor to gas prices, have fallen as backsliding countries reduce their fuel consumption. So to sum it up, sure, you can rejoice about gas prices falling, just don't think too hard about it, why they're falling, or you'll lose your buzz. All right, looking ahead, experts predict the gas prices could keep dropping as the summer travel season winds down. Ooh, say it isn't so. Gas Buddy, ahead of the petroleum analysis, told the Wall Street Journal that barring any more supply disruptions, the national average will fall noticeably under $4 a gallon in the fall. Well, there's a lot of variables that are going to cause that, and I think we all know what those things are. Let's go ahead and check the chat real quick. Wasn't trying to call myself. No, yeah, it's not a big deal, man. I like to support other channels. I like to do slapstick stuff. I'm kind of an in-your-face comedian type of guy. You know, I mean, it's got me in a lot of trouble in the past, pretty much. But it's all innocent. We're all good, man. Whatever. We got you some viewers. I think that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? You know, I tell people all the time, don't take my opinion. Do your own research. Find the stuff out for yourself. Just because some guy said it on YouTube, and it's a shame too, because the fancier the video is, the more people believe it. The more time and money they spend on a video, even if they don't like it, they could tell them that frogs are falling from the sky, and as long as the CGI graphics are good enough, they're going to believe it. So I'm not I like the smaller YouTubers. I think that they're a more important facet to gaining, basically ground intelligence. They're going to be the people that are hooked in at the lowest levels, that know what's happening. In the Marine Corps, we called it the Lance Corporal Network, also known as the Lance Corporal Mafia, because they pretty much got everything done. So yeah, don't worry about it, Buzz. You're good, man. We're good. Let's see here. Still waiting for $2 a gallon where it should be. Yeah, very true. Very true. It's around $8.90 a gallon here still. Gotcha. 3D prints. Gas is still high here. Higher than 20. We can't say anything because he caused the. He can't say it. Gotcha. $4.65 in mass. About $4 on non-ethanol gas. I mean, that's not bad comparatively to the prices. The non-ethanol gas is more expensive. $3.65 here in Florida. Love it, Janice. Love it. Yeah, it's I keep seeing this commercial, and it's funny because there's a lot of. If you didn't know, I watch a lot of Fox News. To me, it's the more palatable news, and I think that they do things a lot smarter there, and I can kind of prove it. Well, I can give you a good instance. So this morning, I'm watching this this segment they're doing on this young girl. She is really young. I don't remember her age. But apparently she was kidnapped over a week ago, and she was kept inside this trailer. She escaped by chewing through her bonds. I guess he just used rope or whatever. Escaped, walking down a road. Somebody picks the kid up, says, "What the hell's going on?" Next thing you know, they're back at the house, and this guy's getting arrested. They're doing the investigation. She's been gone for a week, and there's a couple of bodies buried someplace. And so the focus was on the child and why the child was missing, but nobody knew she was missing. There was no report to the police. There was nobody looking for this child. There was no Amber Alerts. There was no nothing. And she'd been gone for a week. That was the focus. And rightfully so. What was not the focus, but was a tidbit in the segment, was that this was an illegal alien. He had been deported from the country before, was on the do not enter list, and, well, somehow he had a trailer, and he was snatching people up, and there's dead bodies, but that was not the headline. So it tells me that they're focused on the right thing, even if they are a political arm of the GOP. So that's why I say that they're more palatable. So I watch the left and right wing news. It's me to see both sides. Well, I look at it, Buzz. I look at it from the perspective of just, if I look at it tactically, know your enemy. If you don't know your enemy, you can't beat your enemy. But I don't like to think of people that way. and what the way I think of it is know their perspectives. You know, if somebody says something that's kind of out there as far as the way you think of things, but you can understand their perspective because you have been listening to the way they speak for a period of time, then you can say, well, I can understand why you would think that, and be completely honest about it, even if it's wrong. So, okay, so let's see, what do we got that is next here? I'm gonna go ahead and switch screens. What's our next tab? But yeah, the gas thing, definitely. This little tidbit popped up today here. If you haven't known it, apparently this is somehow news. If you guys, I actually used to watch and listen to Alex Jones religiously. The guy was saying a lot of things that made a lot of sense, and then he just kind of went out into left field, selling supplements. I did his 3-day cleanse. Yeah, it did feel like $1 million, but it was way too expensive. So yeah, I was there. I would not say I was like an acolyte or anything like that, but I listened to the guy every day. Anyway, so one of the things that he did was he actually, if you guys don't remember, he said that Sandy Hook was a total fake, that they were all child actors, that nothing happened. Well, and we're just going to briefly go over this because I don't really think of this as anything really important. I was watching, I can't remember where I watched it, but there was a segment someplace where he was being examined, or he was being spoken to by the prosecution or the plaintiff's lawyer, and he's like, "Do you know how we know about all these text messages? Because your lawyer gave us an entire copy of your cell phone, a digital copy of your cell phone." So he was literally caught lying, and then he got caught admitting that Sandy Hook was real at the time it happened, and then so things are not going good for Alex Jones right now. We'll just say that. But I thought it was important to just kind of note that it was there, and then rightfully just move along. Let me see if there's anything in the chat on that one right there. Gilbert Gottfried prophesied the Golden Gate Bridge would be destroyed on August 11th. He died 122 days later. Thought y'all should know. Oh, that's funny too. Oh my God, that's funny. That is very, very funny. Okay. All right, so let's. I know this is concern in the prepper community, as well as in the America. This kind of popped up here. Senator Cotton and Senator Tuberville introduced bill to prevent Chinese communists from buying American land. So this is kind of a big thing, guys. And the reason it's a big thing is because we know that the Chinese have been buying up our land. We know that most of the land that they're buying is farmland. Right now, I think they have purchased about 37 million acres. But statistically, it's a good idea to stop them now instead of going any further. There's about 917 million farmable lands, or farmland, producible farmland in America. So they're nowhere near taking over our farmlands. But the fact that they could control a piece of land to say yes or no that something's farmed on it, it's kind of like eating the elephant methodology. They just take a little chunk here and a little chunk there, and then 20 years later they own more farmland than we do, and that's a problem. My dad always said, if you own land, never sell it, and the reason is because they don't make it anymore. So, little note there, and yes, it is causing problems. There's also the one. Recently, they bought a bunch of acreages that are at the edge of a very important Air Force base, or a very important Space Command Air Force base. So, let's see here. what do we got? We're going to pop back here. I really am. I got to get my device that I can push a button and it moves things back and forth. I won't have to move off screens and stuff. Let's go ahead and check the chat out real quick. Let's see here. Alex isn't right about everything, but he is about a lot. He's an interesting character. Alex Jones is a very interesting character. And I think that when he teamed up with that English guy, and I think the English guy's actually broken away a little bit. Honestly, I haven't watched him in like a very long time, so I wouldn't know. But when they were like out at the border, when they were doing 2A stuff, yeah, he was doing some. He was actually doing some interesting stuff. I used to listen to him in the background while I was working. So we got who's been selling them land? Anybody who wants to. Actually, in the last case where they bought land up around that Air Force base, the county actually sold it to them. The county was required to tell the federal government that they were selling land that was bordering one of their bordering the base. The county failed to do it. They sold it, and they did it because they knew that the federal government would tell them, no, you cannot do that because that borders on a federal installation. But they did it anyway. So I honestly believe that there's going to be some form of litigation in the future, and that pretty much like, okay, you own that, but now you can only watch it turn into dirt. So there's no telling. Banks. When Alex and Trump turned their backs on the Patriots, God got mad. Yeah, possibly. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Okay, so there's actually some prepper related stuff that's actually kind of in the midterms. So, and there's a lot of speculation out there. You guys can tell me in the chat what you think's going to happen, or if anything's going to happen. I personally do not think anything's going to happen. I think that game has been played. I think that no one's buying the bullshit anymore. They're just not playing anymore. They're truly dissatisfied with what's happening. So this article from Modern Survival Blog, talks about expecting some big game changers unleashed before the November midterms. And if we scroll down here, so let's see, what are they going to do before the midterm election? So this is another commenter's opinion. They're either going to trigger a war with Russia, which could potentially go nuclear, or launch another pandemic, or collapse the economy to sideline the elections. Okay, so if we pick that apart right there, so a potential nuclear war. If you guys haven't figured it out yet, we're currently in a war with Russia right now. We're just don't have any boots on the ground. We don't have any. If we're giving guns to people, we did the same thing with Contra. We did the same thing with, we used to be friends. We used to be allies with Iraq when they were fighting the Iranians. I'm sorry, went backwards. We used to be friends with the Iranians. We were giving F-14 Tomcats and Phoenix missiles and Cobra gunships to Iran when they were fighting with Iraq. So this whole thing with Russia, it's just a proxy war. So that's not going to have anything to do with the elections. Let's see, what else? Launch another pandemic. I don't think that's going to fly either. I think that the whole BA, you're going to get it. I've got a friend that has it right now. She's on day 5, and she's feeling better already. And she had a full-up case of it. I believe that she is. I believe she does have the thingy. I don't know about the booster thingy, but I know the thingy. She got the thingy. Which is fucking ironic. So let's see. But so I don't think that's gonna fly. I think the whole monkeypox thing, it's like. I think the fact that we actually have a vaccine for smallpox that is effective against monkeypox makes it kind of this is not a game changer. collapse the economy. Well, I got news for you. The economy will probably collapse all by itself. You know, a lot of people keep looking for this whole precipice, this whole cliff that we're going to fall off of. You know, that when they talk about an economic collapse, it's interesting because that's not what's happening. And anybody who's been paying attention to the economic indicators as well as trends should know that we have been in a very, very slow collapse for a good 5 or 6 years. You know, everybody's looking for that. They're looking for that. That's not what's happening. It's slowly doing this all the way down. And we're in that. So I don't think an economic collapse is going to stop the midterms. I also think that people are so animated. People are so upset about what's happening on both sides that it's not going to matter. You know, I honestly believe the red wave is going to be so epic, people will not know. I was watching some news this morning where they were talking about over 100,000 students have been withdrawn from New York City schools. Now, this is either because they want to homeschool them, which I don't think so, or because they've moved. Magical, isn't that? And then you start talking about the amount of people that have moved. They're talking about over 300,000 people have moved from New York to Florida, to the point where New York has lost seats in the Congress, and those seats are now in Florida. So I don't know, but I think that if we don't, what are we at here? If we don't pay attention, then we won't know what's going to happen, and I don't think any of those things are actually going to happen. I think that politically, it's just over for the Dems. It's just that easy. All right, let's see. Let me check the chat real quick here. Basically, wash your hands, people. Yeah, exactly. How did we get here? Well, because we turned into scumbags. We forgot all the rules that Mom told us. You know, wash your hands. You know, after you use the toilet. Wash your hands before you eat. Clean your bodies. You know what I'm saying? If too many people going to bed dirty. Too many people not cleaning their houses. I mean, just lots of crap like that. All right, we'll talk to you later, Buzz. Have fun at work. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. It's pretty ridiculous. Okay, what do we got here? So I actually found now for some prepping stuff, guys. Now for some prepping stuff. So if you're part of the Patreon, you know that I favor this particular site. We're going to go ahead and F11 that puppy, and let's go to the actual big screen. So, where are we at here? This one is titled Storing Medical Supplies for Maximum Shelf Life and Efficiency. Now, if you guys probably own, there's like 10 of you in here, so you probably know that I do Jace Medical, and I'm also starting up the contingency medical. And that medical supplies can be stored for extended periods of time, up to 20, 25 years if you do it right. So I came across this morning. Apparently it came out yesterday. And I wanted to share it with you so that you can think about those kind of things. And if you do decide to spend money on medicine, or you can get your doctor to give you a 3-month supply of whatever you need, or if you're smart and you do the mail order medicine prescriptions, through your doctor, then they like to use larger, they like to give larger supplies out, like 2 and 3 month supplies instead of the weekly supply, because it saves money on shipping for them. So it's beneficial. But anyway, so let's get into this article. After you've been gathering medical supplies for a while, you come to realize that you need to store them properly and keep them organized so that you can find them when you need them, and keep them out of the way when they aren't needed. Like foods, these medications and supplies should be stored in a cool, dark, place. Cool, dry, dark place. Cool, dry, dark place. There you go. But it doesn't mean they should be refrigerated or frozen unless otherwise indicated for individual substances. Liquid medicines don't have a long shelf life. I tell this people all the time when we start talking about antibiotics. Any liquid antibiotic, it's only good for like 6 months max, and it's likely needs to be refrigerated. I don't think I know of any that don't need to be refrigerated once they're mixed. That's why they're mixed with powders in the pharmacy just before they're sold to consumers. Hydrogen peroxide has a fairly short shelf life. Rubbing alcohol and betadine, on the other hand, last indefinitely. So hydrogen peroxide. There was actually a couple of articles that I shared with Patreons last week that talk about hydrogen peroxide, how to tell whether it's still good or not, how long it's going to last, how to store it properly. Sometimes just changing the way an item is stored will extend its shelf life big time. I want to get, let's hold on a second, guys. Hold on a second. There's something wrong here. Let's see, nothing there. All right. F11. There we go. Okay, so everything's fine now. Let's see here. Tablets and capsules store well. However, capsules must absolutely be protected from humidity. They'll just melt together into a unusable mess. Also, I will tell people to make sure that whatever you are storing your medicines in is that they are light proof as well. That's one of the reasons that I'm with Jace, because their containers are light proof. Let's see here. Plastic and latex products should be kept cool, dry, and dark to avoid melting and, deteriorating. Too much talking. Same goes for vinyl and neutral gloves. Absolutely. Let's see here. Fragile items such as glass thermometers and syringes should be carefully wrapped to protect from breakages. The same goes for wind-up watches. Okay, I'm not sure where the watch thing comes from. The foregoing doesn't present much of a challenge. It's the actual storage that becomes an issue for many. After a while, you eventually have a lot of different items to store because we prepare for years long grid down situation for our large family. We have lots of supplies. It'd be nice to be able to store everything in just a few totes. However, in my experience using totes for camping supplies, they just don't keep out the dirt and bugs, and there's no way I want to risk spoiling medical supplies. Now, see, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I mean, I'm just reading the article. All of my medical supplies are in a box on a shelf in a cool, dark place. So I don't understand why you couldn't do the same thing with a tote. Let's see. So I've opted to using 6-gallon buckets. Okay. Most of them have been fitted with red gamma lids for easy identification and access. And while the 6-gallon buckets are no longer favored in this family for food because 6 gallons of wheat beans is just too much for me to wrangle, they're perfect for medical supplies, most of which are pretty lightweight. The buckets keep everything perfectly free from mice and moisture. The only thing you got to worry about with that is that condensation. You could actually end up with condensation depending on the environment that you put that bucket in. Because it's airtight. Basically, once you close it up and get the enamel seal on it, it's airtight. Let's see here. Before going into the buckets, most items get repackaged in Ziploc bags to keep them extra clean and get rid of the boxes. It also helps to keep items together for finding more easily and rotating better. Some buckets hold the truly Titawak type items like sterile gloves, gowns, and towels. Lidocaine powder. That's interesting. Let's see here. Glass thermometer. Okay, I think we're going on. I think he's starting to ramble on at this point. But the reality is that I think it's important that we should actually know that we can store medical items and just basically just treat them like a food item. As long as you a cool, dark place that the elements can't get to, that condensation can't, the change in temperature won't affect anything. Generally the rule is no colder than 40 degrees and no warmer than 75 degrees, just like any other thing. What do we got here? Let's go ahead and check the chat real quick. and nothing in the chat. So you guys are listening to me while you're cleaning your house. I love it. How long have we been going? We've been going here for about 39 minutes. We're doing okay. Let's see here. So in my research this morning, I actually found, and I always find it neat. It's like a lot of preppers would like to have like a prepper day someplace, like, you know, a convention of sorts, somewhere that's close to them. And it's almost always seems like they're always, oh, excuse me. Oh my God, edit that out. Oh, they're always somewhere out west. That's where all the big stuff is. It's all out west, you know. So we kind of miss out here on the East Coast. And I stumbled across this one that's in Florida. So for my people in Florida, apparently this is in Elkington, Florida. And it actually, well, hold on a second here. Let's, they actually just had it. I'm going to switch screens real quick. They just had it last May. Had no idea about it. It's where are we at here? So I went to the website. There you go. Homestead and Prepping Summit. And they're already preparing for next year. I guess they went well enough. So next year in April in Florida, they're going to be having the Homesteading and Prepping Summit. Let's say Homesteading and Prepping Summit is a 2-day event taking place at the St. Johns County Fairgrounds in Elkington, Florida. Those are the dates. Our goal is to help the everyday person and family learn how to be prepared. Oh my God, what is going on? I need some vitamin B or something. Let's see. So yeah, it's pretty neat. I might attend. They show their speakers. They've got their schedule. And honestly, it's a little short, but it's only a weekend and it's not huge. It's just at the local fairgrounds. And that's their actual schedule right there. You know what I think I will do for you guys? Because I know we have people in Florida. It's 11 p.m. here. I won't do housework at that time. Gotcha, Maddie. We're going to go ahead and share this with you guys for our people here in America. That's the one that I found here in Florida. Let's see here. Boom. Let's do that. But so then now the most recent one here on the East Coast that's coming up in September is actual Prepper Camp 2022 TM. So I'll actually be attending that one. I'm going to be out there. I'm probably going to spend some time with Doomsday, do a couple of interviews, you know, basically just shaking hands, stuff like that. Cause you know, I'm not that freaking famous, but, I think what I want to do is kind of share some of the stuff that's going to be happening there. I don't know if I can zoom that, make that bigger or not. Basically, Prepper Camp is going to be like, yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and check the schedule out real quick. It's actually pretty crazy as far as the actual schedule. Can I get rid of this to make it bigger? I don't think I can, you son of a bitch. 2-page view, two-page annotations off. No, annotations on. 2-page view. Okay, well, I guess that's a little better. Or not. Okay. Wait, was that presentation? Present. Boom. You're welcome. All right, so it looks like on day one, they're going to have there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 areas for classes and education. Sorry, I got really close to the mic there. And looks like it's going to be mixed up. There's going to be a lot of stuff. I don't know what these color codes mean just yet. Updates and registration whiteboard. So I'm going to have to start registering for some of these. Make sure you take your thermos full of coffee. No, I'll be drinking water like it's cool. It'll still be, we've checked the old future weather machine, and it's only going to be in the 70s. But still, I'll be drinking water like it's cool. Let's see. It looks like they got a little bit of everything on day one, and I've noticed that the schedule actually kind of rotates a bit. But it's a huge schedule. I want to go see that one, that mushrooms. I got to sign up for that one right there. Let's see here. Aquaponics, impromptu meetup, bring some food and meat in the vendor area. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that. Your body is a weapon. Cha-cha. I don't know if I think I'm pretty sick of bug out bags, but you know what? Stick combat. Oh, I got to go to the Dutch oven cooking. That is definitely. And then there's like beekeeping, how to get off grid, secret livestock. Ooh, I like trauma tools. That's neat. Wine making. Okay, let's go to the next page. All right, what do we got here? It looks like it might be just like a regurgitation of everything every single day. Now, I'm likely only going to be there on Friday and Saturday because I definitely got to come back on Sunday. And it is about a 6-hour drive from where I am right now. So it's going to be interesting. What I do like is that, let's go back a page. There we go. And we can actually see, that's the map. That's not it. I want to see, meet the speakers. So there's going to be a lot of people there, you know, and some of these guys are actually kind of famous, you know, Rick Austin, Survivor Jane. If you guys don't know who she is, you might want to check her out. Andrew Harrison, National Park Service, How Not to Die in the Wilderness. Kendra Lane, she's kind of big. Nat Sellers, the preparedness guy. He's kind of well known. I don't know who this guy is. The Prepper's Guide to Traveling. What do we got here? Some Kung Fu stuff, self-defense class. Pork Chop from Ice Road Truckers. He's the founding member of Bushcraft Survival Preppers. Nice. He's going to be doing the Dutch oven and camp cooking class. Let's see here. Hakeem Islander, Discovery Channel's Naked and Afraid star, decorated combat war veteran, 4th degree, ninja black belt, psychological warfare, using combat shovel and trenching tool for self-defense. That is a class that I do not need to see. I mean, swing hard, it'll mess people up. But I mean, my fingers actually getting tired watching some of these people. H&D, organic founder, Seven Springs Organic Farm. Shahana Pell. Rodney Parker, gold. He's a good gold guy. Eco Ethics Solar. I like it. Chris Bostoin. Let's see here. There's going to be a lot of people there talking about different things, different subjects. There's going to be, I think the opportunity to learn is going to be extremely high. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Now, I am going to be recording a lot of it. I don't know if I'll be able to do any live feeds from there because from what I've been told by Doomsday is that there's like no cell service out there. So it may be all like pre-recorded and then I'll just pop a video every day, you know, that kind of thing. Honestly, I don't know, but I have a plan to try, and I think that's enough. Rosita's walking the dog and listening, getting my prepper info in a cardio in as well. I love it. Is that Maddie says, is that the prepared homestead weekend with Travis? I don't know. Okay, so looks like the dedicated people, our viewership has fallen off a little bit, so our dedicated people are still here. We got about 10 minutes left. If there's anything that you guys want to talk about, put that down in the chat. I'm going to sip some coffee and wait for you to do that. Oh, I'm going to play finger puppets. Are you a prepper? No, that's just fucking crazy. Anyway, let's see. So I'm still waiting, and there's about 15 to 30 second delay. And by the way, it was brought to my attention that I probably should be not giving full names out on the Patreon's tickler down below, and I will be fixing that today. We'll just take it to like Bob C and Kayla Gainey or Kayla G and Kayla Webster can stay. By the way, if you guys didn't know that, she's actually an author. I think she's writing a book about preppers, but she hasn't asked me anything, so we'll see what happens. You know, things like that. So, all right, nothing in the chat whatsoever. I'm sorry that I was so boring this morning. If you know what's happening in my life, you know that I'm done. I literally just put this shirt on so I can get out of my house coat and do this live stream for you guys. All right, let's see. as usual, JDM made it. Hey, JDM showed up at the end of the stream. What's going on with that? I know, it's just life. It's not a big deal. Let's see. So today I've got to get, oh my God, I forgot to do the chickens yesterday, and I've got to get those chickens out into their enclosure. It's just going to be way too hot today, you know. Karen's way here in Oz got news that the tanks were seen heading up to Karen's way here in Oz. I got you. But let's see. I'm going to got to get those chickens out into their enclosure, so I definitely have to do that today. It's supposed to be like, you know, they got the feels temperature. What it feels like temperature is supposed to be 103 degrees. Is what the feels temperature is supposed to be today. Let's see what else. I think I just need to do a little like house cleaning, to be honest with you, because I've been just so busy with that other house. I've neglected. Still dealing with this neighbor mess. That sucks. I need to get chickens. Yes, everybody should get chickens. Tractor Supply has been pretty good about it. I'm actually going to go get some more because the ones that I got last week that are here now are they were larger than they were larger pullets. They're probably at 6 weeks, and the other ones were only at 3 weeks, and I didn't want them to kill them, so I'm at far left coast. Just woke up. Takis, dude, I'm getting ready to sign off here shortly. This super sucks. All right, so there's 8 people here. You guys are the dedicated people. What if I move this stream time back to 10 a.m. instead of 9 a.m.? What do you guys think about that? Just put a Y or an N in the chat. That way I know what you're thinking. And I'm going to drink more coffee while you do that. I've got to figure out why my bank won't accept a digital check today. And then I think in the middle of all that, I think I'm going to maybe actually start finishing some real videos for the old YouTubes and maybe get another one on TikTok just to let you know I posted a message on and was deleted from you online screen. Doesn't matter to me. Good for me. Well, it's definitely not me. I'm seeing everything in your chat. I don't know. Maddie, I've seen, I don't know what I'll normally do is I'll get a message saying that something's being held for review. But I've seen nothing. So far, those 2 messages, your one about the tanks heading up to Cairns, I see that, and I'm seeing you letting me know that a message was deleted, so I don't know what that is about. Okay, so 10 o'clock might be better then. Maybe we do it at 10. That way we can, you know, let the people out in California know. JDM will be able to show up. Okay. And that will actually give me time to maybe build a little bit more information for you guys, because I literally only have it from 8 till 8:45 to do the research that I need to do just to stay current, because I don't like doing old stuff. And I know that you guys kind of like that whole, you know, update, perspective, news type stuff. So, okay, well, it is coming up on 10 o'clock. If you are not a Patreon, then I recommend that you do join the Patreon. That's the inner circle of preparedness within our world. If you don't want to do that, then at least join the Discord. There are links below for everything. If you see a link down below for trusted products, that I actually have those products, I actually own those products, or I use those products, I do recommend that you take a look at them. If you're new to the channel, I do have an Amazon page. It's called My Store. Check it out. It's designed specifically for preppers. And yeah, I think that's where we reach the end of this, where I do the shameless promotion of things that pay for my internet bill. Literally, in the new house, I just paid my internet bill with my Amazon money. I don't know what to tell you. That's how much it was. So let's see here. Okay, and Dog and Ball, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Let's see. I don't really think there's anything much more to talk about today. I really would like to babble on with you guys, but you're not typing anything, and I understand why. You're doing other things while you listen to me. And, yeah, and I'm out of things to talk about. So I think, yeah, that's going to be it. We're going to call it right now there, and that's about it. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching, and I hope you decide to support the page. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and hit the link below. If it didn't take you directly to it, you can just hit the support page. That's what it should look like. All you have to do is either hit the Patreon symbol or the join button. Doesn't matter. Just hit it, and that'll get you started. It's $3 a month for 30-ish days of work from me, the price of a Starbucks coffee. So until the next time, stay safe, have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye-bye.